It's easy to get a list of children based on their enrollment status. This is especially useful when you want to put children on a waiting list. So let's look up a family and a child we want to add to our waiting list. It's Tabitha Stevens, so I'll type part of the last name and find the account. There she is, right there, and we'll notice that her current enrollment status is unknown. And the reason is that we have never set an enrollment status for Tabitha yet. We know that she is going into the twos room at some point, but we don't know when. We will have to wait until a space opens up. So I'll add an enrollment status as of, let's say, August 1st. And rather than being an enrolled status, it would be the status waitlist. We can then use that status in conjunction with the child enrollment status reports to give us a report of who's on our waiting list. We access that by going to the Reports, Standard Reports, and under the Family Data Reports, there's a section called Child Enrollment, and we have several different reports available. The first report is the change of enrollment status. This tells us by a date range, perhaps this month or last month, who changed from one status to another or who got a status assigned. So for example, if I run that report, we'll see that we had one added to the wait list, and that is Tabitha Stevens. And that is a drill down report, meaning that when you see the main report up at the top, you can double click the status to see the detail in another tab, which you can print separately. That's called the change of enrollment status. The enrollment status summary report is what we normally would use, or we might use the child enrollment status list. The child enrollment status summary will give us a listing summary of all children in various states as of any given date. So I'll run it as of the 17th of August. And on this report, you further have a sub-definition that you can define. You can say, I only want children who are in a certain age group to be returned on this list. So I might say just 1-year-olds or just 2-year-olds. I'm going to leave it at our default and run the report. And we'll notice that we've got a number of children currently enrolled, some withdrawn, and some in a wait list. To get our waiting list, we would double-click Waiting List, and we'll see our tab up at the top. This will list out every child in the waiting list status and the date that they got on the list by classroom. So these are broken up by the classroom. The other report that you might want to run would be the child enrollment status list, and again I'll run it with the same as of date. This is a snapshot of their status as of a certain date. Run the report, and this, as I go forward, each status is on its own page. Here's our wait list status. So this shows us every child on the wait list, but not with their classroom. It does show their start date and the length of time they've been in this status. So sometimes this is more helpful, especially if you have not yet assigned classrooms to children. The other enrollment reports you could run would be the child enrollment status history. This would be whatever enrollment statuses the children have had. So we can just run that report so you can see what it looks like. And if they've had multiple statuses, you would see multiple entries for the same child. In our case, we've just got one entry for each child so far. And then the enrolled children by classroom. This is only children who are enrolled as of your snapshot date. And then by classroom, who is enrolled in that classroom. And again, a drill down report. So I could double click to see the infants room, who's enrolled in that classroom. And that's how easy it is to get a waitlist report for children in Procare.